Hey Colleen, it's Sunday and I'm gonna talk about culture shock some more. So there's this thing that happens when you live in another country, where you get weirdly defensive about everything about your home country. And this is a problem because people talk a lot of shit about America. And lately we kind of deserve it. Like, we shut down the government and we almost hit the debt ceiling. So that's fine. But in general, if someone says something bad about American culture, I'm going to inexplicably get 4 times as patriotic as I would be at home, and I'm going to tell them why they're wrong, even if I basically agree with them. So here's a list of 4 things about American culture which I have felt weirdly defensive of since I've been here. So about a month ago, Lizanne and I went to Maastricht, and I brought some buttermilk bread that I had made. And it was kind of like, it's like a muffin, it's a similar kind of bread. I gave some to Lizanne, and she laughed at me for calling it bread. And she said, no wonder Americans are fat, because we eat cake for breakfast. And American food is kind of the butt of a lot of jokes, and I jumped to its defense, because American food is great. It wasn't our finest moment, to be fair. But we also have things like chili, and mac and cheese, and proper pancakes. These are American pancakes, and these are tragic, flat piles of sadness, which is to say European pancakes. So don't hate on American food. Relatedly, I've spent a lot of time telling people why Thanksgiving is the best holiday, and they're missing out for not having it. Admittedly, there's a lot that's not so great about Thanksgiving, like the fact that it's based on a historically inaccurate national origin story that completely brushes aside all of the terrible things colonists did to Native Americans. And we should probably just, stop doing that part. But the part where the whole community gets together and eats a lot of really great food and talks about things they're grateful for makes it my favorite time of year. And so, yeah, the rest of the world is missing out, and we should just stop doing the racist parts of Thanksgiving and keep the good parts where I get to eat pumpkin pie for a week. I only went to 3 football games the entire time I was in high school, but high school football is a really good example of the things that are different between American and Dutch high schools, and the things that my Dutch friends find really weird and irrational about American high schools, which I am therefore very defensive of. Dutch high school is really tracked, so people of different ability levels go to different schools, and they don't really do extracurriculars or electives within the high school the same way we do. And so my Dutch friends say that their system is more rational, and ours is kind of disorganized and kind of confusing. But I prefer the way we do it. I wasn't big on school spirit, and in fact I did a lot of making fun of people who were big on school spirit, but I liked that it existed, because not only did I get to be part of the school community, but I got to bond with my friends over how stupid we found the school spirit stuff. So it was kind of a win-win situation. I like that we have all the sports and the arts and the community events all in one place, because everyone could be involved if they wanted to be. And even though that's a bit disorganized and a bit irrational by Dutch standards, I think it's kind of nice. I don't know. When I say that I had a roommate for all 4 years of college, I might as well be saying that I lived in a tent on the quad, for how completely barbaric this seems to Dutch students. So it's really hard to explain that it wasn't really that bad. I liked having someone to check in with every day, to complain to about how much homework I had to do, to watch stupid movies with instead of doing that homework. And the kind of college community that exists when you all live in a dorm doesn't really exist in colleges here. I like having my own apartment, and that's a thing Dutch students do, where you just get an apartment somewhere in the city instead of living on campus. But I miss the community that came from knowing you would probably run into at least 4 people you knew between your class and your dorm. The moral of the story is, it's okay if I complain about American things, but if my European friends do it, I'm going to have to tell them why they're wrong, whether I agree with them or not. Our culture really isn't that bad, and we've got a lot going for us, including deep fried Twinkies. I will see you next week, Colleen. Bye.